considered that because I know whenever I was looking into buying houses in the Panhandle, I know I've seen a lot of them were like, you must have flood insurance. So like I called a couple of of the real estate agents, and I'm like, why the fuck do I have to have flood insurance if I own the house? I'm like, y'all can't make me do that. And they were like, well, the county can. I was like, well, that's fucked up. Because I don't want to pay for shit that I don't need. Because sometimes a lot of the flood zones aren't actually in areas that it needs to be. Because I've had a house that I grew up in, and like legit, we had basically a drainage ditch. Yeah. It was probably about 200 yards away from my house, right? And FEMA declared it to where it was, where it could become, a flood area. And legit, the only time it had water is whenever it rained. Because it was a drainage ditch, that was it. And they said we were in a floodplain. And we were like, what the fuck? Like, no trickling water, not even like a teeny little flow. Unless it rained.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, we had to sue them.
Did y'all win or not?
Yeah, we won.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. But yeah, no, we had to sue them to get rid of it because it was the insurance rates were just ridiculous. Because like I said, unless we got like 2 feet of raindrop out of nowhere, it was never gonna flood.
Well, what if one day you got 2 feet of raindrop?
Oh well, fuck it. Who cares? You just build a new one.
Okay, well, that's the millionaire stories of Max Q. Everybody, millionaire stories. Gotta get like him when I grow up. But
don't be jealous.
No, I'm just, hearing your stories about how you used to mud and canals was pretty cool.
Yeah, I did do a lot of that. I was like, whenever I was 16 years old, that's like, dude, you ever seen like the TikTok trends and shit like that, or even the Instagram ones where like the rich kids are like, oh, my daddy bought me, like there was this one kid whose dad was a doctor, and he's like, oh, my daddy bought me a Jeep. And I don't remember what the hell they say. They say something like stupid, like claiming that they're rich, and I'm over here and I'm just like, bitch, I had 3 cars whenever I turned 16. Like, do you think I give a flying fuck about your one?
This is Max Q going back to his $1 million lifestyle back in the day.
For real, I'm being serious. Like, that's like most of these kids are like, oh, I did this, and they're like, oh, I had daddy's credit card. I'm like, cool, your parents have credit cards. Like, mine handed me a debit card. Fuck your poor parents.
Okay, see, I didn't ever have none of this.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, these kids are like, oh, I have daddy's credit card. I'm like, my parents didn't need credit cards because they weren't broke. Like, ooh, your parents live on credit. Congratulations. Like, go beat it behind the bush. Like, that doesn't make you fucking rich because you have a credit card. What makes you rich is if you can actually afford to buy shit, not put it on credit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's just fucking balling on somebody else's money. That's not balling on your own money. Go make that shit yourself. Like, my parents used to work 2 or 3 fucking jobs. They didn't need to, but they do.
Well, so your parents were smart, Max, because instead of like, you mind I'll tell them one of your stories about how, you mind?
I don't care.
About how, like, pretty much his parents sold a house and didn't even touch the money they sold the house for to buy the next house, and pretty much left that money into a bank account to gain interest, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, no, they put half of the money into an investment company to let them invest it, and then they put the other half into like 9 different bank accounts to collect interest.
So if y'all listen to what just happened, let's say, I don't know how much the house costs, he never told me, but let's say the house sold for about $200,000. They literally put $100,000 to invest and the other $100,000 into non-bank accounts to gain interest. This is ridiculous because most people growing up don't have over $100,000 they can just play around with. They have $100,000 in credit card debt though.
Yeah, but you gotta also remember, like, so my parents were divorced, or my real parents, like my mother and my father, so I have step parents, so, my parents, or my mom and my stepdad, my mom was, she has pre-leukemia, so and the doctors told her that she only had a year to live, it was probably about 6-7 years now, so, like, my mom had houses, and my stepdad had houses, and then they sold everything but one house just because they thought she was going to die, and they didn't want to leave all those issues with me and my brother. So Then they basically took all the money from all the houses that they had, because my mom had rental properties and my stepdad had rental properties, and then they had bought rental properties whenever they were together, so they sold them all and then reinvested it into, like I said, different companies and different bank accounts, and they don't touch it. They don't touch it at all.
So this is why I say Max Q is a millionaire that he don't want to admit.
But yeah, that's why, like, that was the last house they had, because, I mean, they originally, like, whenever I turned 18, my mom just gave me one of her rental houses.
Must be nice.
Yeah, it was.
I'm pretty sure you had all type of parties that we can't talk about.
Yeah, pretty much. There was a lot of parties.
I'm pretty sure your house was Oregon before Oregon legalized all the drugs.
Oh, yeah, pretty much. There were definitely a lot of illegal activities there.
I think you passed the incrimination period where you could go to jail for it.
Probably. But yeah, no, so that, like I said, that's one thing a lot of people don't understand. Like, I mean, I don't consider you rich unless you can actually ball on your own money. That's just my thought process on that. So, like, all these kids who want to claim your parents are rich, like, if you ain't using your dad's or mom's debit card, eat a dick. I don't care. You ain't rich. You just balling on owed money.
Well, some people consider that balling. At least they could afford everything, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, I guess. To me, it's just stupid.
But to me, it is stupid, too, because I'd be damn if I gave my kid a credit card that I won't have to pay back.
I mean, yeah, that's why I've had my fair share of issues of spending money on stupid shit. I won't lie. That's why I got rid of all my credit cards. Even to today, I have no credit cards.
Well, you're smart.
No loans.
I'm living off my credit cards to a certain extent.
Yeah, I mean, hey, it happens. I've been there. I mean, shit, I lived out of my car at one point.
And then here come the resurface of Max Q becoming a millionaire in 2 years. And next thing you know, he's going to leave his Phantom behind.
Right. Well, I'll send you a plane ticket. It'll be okay.
So, let's go talk about how the country Georgia is now protesting a vote. Sounds familiar? Anybody?
Just a little bit. It sounds like our election. But, hey, shit happens. Like I said, I'm just done with politics. I'm not going to lie. That's why, if anybody's wondering why we're not talking about the current election going on in the United States, we just don't care. I mean, we care, but it's just to the point, like, we're just so tired of hearing about it, talking about it, seeing it every time you go to watch a damn video on Facebook or YouTube.
I'm getting a text message for family members that just tell them to vote or you should vote. Like, I got messages from my brother saying, "Hey, Phantom brother, please don't forget to vote." I'm like, bruh. And it's both parties. Like, it's not just Democrats, not Republicans. As long as it's not independent. Like, come on now. Like, literally, it was, "Hey, don't forget to vote." I'm like, first I thought it was like my brother had signed me up for something, so I was gonna call him and cuss him out. And then I started talking to, like, my other friends, and they were like, "Yeah, they got it too." And that's when Max had told me, like, "Hey, you signed up for a party. Then the party gonna message you." Like, literally, I got phone calls from Trump party. I got phone calls for Biden. It was like, I thought this was against the law to do what y'all doing. But hey, what do I know?
Nope. Say, for instance, like, I found out whenever I went to get my last driver's license, and the lady at the driver's license center had said, "Hey," she was like, "Don't click that." And I was like, "Why?" And she's like, "Because if you click that," she was like, "they have the right to call you, and it signs you up for that party." And I was like, "Oh, well, I don't care, whatever." It was just my business phone anyway that I linked it to. But, like, man, Jesus, come election time, oh my God, I was getting everybody and their brothers. It was like, "Hey, Alicia, please come vote for Biden." And I was like, "Who the fuck is Alicia?" And the next thing you know, it's like, "Hey, Beth." I'm like, "Who the fuck is Beth?" Like, how many fucking people have signed up on my goddamn phone line to vote? Is my question. Like, dude, I bet you I had like 30, 40 fucking different names come across for Joe Biden, and I was just like, how?
I just think it's funny because, to a certain extent, it's just like, I feel like some people would put your number down because you know how, like, you'd be like, "Hey, put down your number, you get a free this," and then when you put down a number, you get your thing. So I think people were putting down fake numbers, and then it was turned out to be like real numbers.
Yeah, well, the sad part is most of them were like girls' names. Like, it wasn't even like, somewhat close to like my name. Like, it wasn't even anywhere near my name. That's what really made me mad. I was like, damn, like, at least y'all could call me by the right name.
Well, good thing you don't have a girlfriend, because I'm pretty sure she'd be mad like, hey, Alicia, go vote for Joe Biden. Who the fuck is Alicia?
I know, right? I was like, shit, whenever I first got my work number, I was like, yeah, or actually, I still do. Well, now I changed it because I got tired of it, but like whenever I first got onto my phone number, I had, for my business, I had gotten all these texts, and it was like from all these girls, which were from foreign countries, and I'm just like, how lonely was the dude before me on my phone number? I mean, like, every day I was getting texts and like texts and like pictures and videos of like chicks and strippers and stuff from other countries, and I'm just like, this is really sad. Like, I actually felt really bad for this person. I kind of wanted to send him a strippergram. If I would have known who he was, I probably would have. Because, like, I'm sorry, if you're that lonely, you got to try to pick up bitches online from foreign countries, and especially ones that you're probably paying for. Just, you know, that's just sad. Really, really sad.
I never was that lonely where I would pay for like porn sites or like mail-in brides or that type of shit. I never seen a point. Or even what's it called, like the party lines? Like, hey, it's my name Ashley, and come join me on this telephone line.
Oh, you mean the ones where you like talk to them and jerk off?
Well, that's sex. I never did that stupid shit either. The sex lines, stupid shit. I was talking about, it was like, we used to do it because we were stupid. So like, growing up, me and my friends, we like, oh, this is back, let me show you how old I am, guys. This is all back when you used to three-way everybody. So we used to three-way everybody in the neighborhood at like 3 o'clock in the morning. We used to call party lines to like talk shit to people. And I can never forget, one time we called one party line, and we was like cracking jokes on everybody. So of course, you know, like, we had girls, we had guys with us, so everybody was laughing. So one time, one of my friends had said, like, all y'all niggas bitches, and he was like, nigga, that's why your mom smell like hot dog water. And everybody just bust out laughing. He was like, man, shit, like, he was getting so offended, bruh. If you was there, you would have been busting out laughing. So for the rest of the like week, everybody was calling him hot dog water boy.
Oh my god.
So
that's
like
funny.
But like, we used to call them to be like talk shit to other people and stuff. But like, literally, you hear old lonely guys on there, and like, literally, like, you get like a week for free. So like, everybody got like different numbers and call the places to call to talk shit. And of course, like, looking back, what we was doing was kind of wrong too, because we had like girls that act like they was like of age, and then like when the guys was like, oh yeah, you should get your old ass off of that damn thing, your none getting girl having ass, and then like all of us just come in and just talk shit and all type of shit.
I've never done anything like that.
Well, while y'all was doing that, we was doing stupider shit, I guess.
Oh, you mean I was doing stupider shit whenever you guys were doing that?
Yeah, let's say that.
Yeah, pretty much. That we were usually getting shit-faced. Actually, it was really funny. So, like, one of my friends, his parents own, like, a huge chunk of land, which just happens to be right behind a state police building, and it was sitting right alongside the creek. Well, they had fenced it off, and the cops knew that we partied literally within, like, a quarter of a mile of their building out in the open, and they could never catch us, and they could never do anything about it. They would literally just sit there at the fence, and they would just be like, eventually, like, after a while, they just stopped. They were just like, fuck it. There was no point, but they'd, like, wait for us to leave. And then, like, we would just end up leaving another way. Or we would, like, leave our vehicles in town and just have people drop us off, and then we'd walk back onto the fenced-in property. And it's like I said, it was private property, so they could never come in. So they just had to sit there and listen to us partying. I mean, dude, we used to party. Like, we used to have, like, DJs and everything.
Oh, that sounds like a mini rave in the best part of
the woods, pretty much.
I want to go to Electric Forest next year. Well, whenever COVID get completely over.
We're going. So, dude, I really just want to go because, like, dude, that forest looks amazing. Like, all the shit that they put up in that forest.
We may could do a podcast with two guys. the Two Guys, Two Beers podcast from Electric Forest guys. So